Hey everyone, it is Thursday, February 26th, and it's time for some more Marvel Legendary Arcade. I'm happy to be here. If you didn't catch the stream last week, I've made some updates to the stream that you'll notice, obviously, if you are here today. And I made a couple additional updates. Since then, first of all, I've updated the chat box to a new service. I'm checking it out to see if it works well. So far, so good. Animated emojis seem to be working. Names are highlighted based on subscription status, etc. And shows what platform you're on, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I'll adjust that if I need to, but so far, so good on that. And also, I'm trying out, I don't know who's going to watch it this way, but I'm trying, since it's been updated, I'm streaming in a vertical format, portrait, as well as landscape. I tried to do it on Instagram, I don't think it's working right, but on YouTube, you can now choose to watch in portrait if you want, or in landscape on YouTube. If anybody wants to try it, check it out. I think it's better in landscape, but I thought I'd give it a shot and see if folks like that option. But regardless, we have a game to play today. Let me go over how last week went, and then we'll start with what we're going to be doing today. I'm trying to clear this arcade run. Maybe I'll get to do 2 games today and move on to some more streams after that. But let's check it out. So last time on arcade, here is what happened. We faced the Alchemax executives as they were trying to trap the heroes in the microverse. And here's how it went. So there we go. This is our first attempt. And we had Proxima replaced by Party Thor, Jessica Jones, Ghost Rider, and Enchantress, and Tiny Ultrons in the villain deck. And if you didn't catch that game, it was a very close game, but unfortunately, we did not win. We were down to the last turn. We were about 4 attack away from finishing the thing. So we ended up KOing Ultron, which means he's done from this run. We randomized again. We got Katie Pryde, Freedom Fighters, Queen Storm, and Dr. Doom 2099 with Brainstorm there in the villain deck. And we did win that one. We did unlock Kitty Pryde against my best efforts to unlock Dr. Doom 2099. I was trying to get only Dr. Doom cards by the end, but unfortunately I forgot my own rule that you do count cards that you sent undercover, and there are a lot of Kitty Pryde everywhere. So, there you go. We unlocked Katie Pryde. So let's move on to the setup we're going to be playing now. We randomized it at the end of last setup, so here it is. Today, we are going to be playing Arnim Zola Breaches Parallel Dimensions. That's the scheme with a bunch of different villain decks. The villain decks, also have the Marauders and the Maggia Goons. And our heroes we rolled were White Tiger, Yelena Belova, and Gladiator Hulk. And we replaced Yelena with Katie Pryde because she's got a lot of high printed attack that's going to make Arnim Zola's Ultimate Abomination a little tougher. But we'll see how this goes. Maybe we can win quickly and we can move on to Battle 5 where things really start to get difficult. A reminder, I am actually playing with... the stream chat is fancier. I fancied it up. And I still haven't fixed the bot thing. Is going to take some more time. So let me actually paste the link if you all want to follow along with this in the chat. So if you want to follow along with my... There we go. With my sheet, you can follow along and see how I do, and you can play along too as well. Why did I do that twice? Whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and go over the Mastermind and scheme and get to this thing, and hopefully we can get to Battle 5. I'm playing with epic Masterminds, and these are scaled Masterminds, so as the run goes on, the Masterminds I've given a choice of are going to be more difficult. So we're about the halfway point. They're only going to get tougher from here, and the epics are going to appear. All right, so our Mastermind today is Arnim Zola from the Captain America 75th Anniversary set. He's got Ultimate Abomination, which means he gets plus attack equal to all the printed attack of every single hero in the HQ. His Master Strike is for each hero in the HQ that has less than 2 printed attack. Put that hero on the bottom of the hero deck, and each player discards a card of that hero's cost. He's trying to make himself a bit stronger that way. And our scheme today is one of my favorites, Breach Parallel Dimensions. 6 twists and 4 extra bystanders in the villain deck. So here's what I did before the stream. Deal the shuffled villain deck into several dimension decks where the first dimension has 1 card, the next has 2 cards, and then 3 and 4, etc. You can actually see them here. I'm going to be zooming out to show you the villain decks here. And the final deck also has 6. Special rules: each turn you choose which dimension you play a card from. All players have focus 1 recruit. Reveal the top card of any dimension and put it back on the top or bottom of that deck. If a dimension ever has no cards left, even in the middle of a card ability, it is destroyed. Mark it with a face-up wound. Twist: choose a dimension and play 2 cards from it. It's okay if it only has 1. Evil wins when at least half of the original dimensions are destroyed. In this case, it's going to be if 4 dimensions down there are destroyed. Evil wins and the game is over. It would be a shame if I lost another life this early in the run, so I'm going to do everything I can to try and not make that happen. And take down Arnim Zola. Now, he doesn't have his always leads, which is nice, but that didn't really affect how powerful he got. So we'll see how this goes. Let's get my starting hand ready and fill up our HQ, and then we'll be ready to begin. I'm going to play with my zoomed out view because I do need to keep track of these villain decks. And if you have opinions on which one I should play from at any given time, feel free to chime in and let me know. But, alright, so it looks like we're going to be starting with... We got a 5 and 1, maybe some 5 costs will show up in the HQ. Our beginning HQ looks like Don't Make Me Angry Gladiator Hulk. We got Intangible Qualities Kitty Pryde. Going through a phase Kitty Pryde. The extra bystanders might make the Marauders a bit tougher. That is true. Dark Influence of the Hand White Tiger. And Ghost of the Machine Kitty Pryde. Already proving that the replacement of Kitty Pryde in Yelena's spot was great because look at these low attack values. Even Gladiator Hulk has 0 attack on both of his commons because he does smash and he transforms in the other one. So I should be able to... Arnim Zola is only 7 attack right now, which is very weak. So I'm just going to try to rush attack and see if I can take him out real quick so we can move on. But let's go ahead and begin this thing, starting with turn number 1. I mean turn 0. I got to do this again, so we get turn 1. And then we can start. Now it says turn 2. I completely skipped turn 1. Okay. So with turn 1, the first cards here are the 2 henchmen that have to enter at the beginning of the game, which are 2 Maggia Goons. So those are going to enter. In case you're not familiar, the Maggia Goons here have Bribe, which means you can spend any combination of recruit and attack to fight these guys, and then fight KO one of your heroes. And now I have to pick a villain deck to play from. Probably the best bet is to start playing from the ones with the most cards. I'm going to go with the end, the one with 6 here, and see what we get for our first card. First, it's a Scheme Twist right away, which is, you know, fantastic. So here's what happens. Choose a dimension and play a card from it. To play 2 cards from it, it's okay if it only has 1. So eventually, playing a twist on the first dimension is going to be a good idea because then you don't have to play 2 cards, you just play 1. So I'm going to do that right now, actually. This is going to get destroyed soon anyway, and this basically makes it so I have 1 fewer card to play on this twist, if that makes sense. So let's blow up a dimension right off the bat and go with number 1. So I'm going to play the first one, and it is Blockbuster coming into the city. And now I don't have to play another card because we blew up a dimension. So let me take care of that housekeeping real quick. We got 1 dimension destroyed, but that was by design. Usually a good move there. Okay, and Blockbuster. Blockbuster gets +2 attack for each bystander he has, and then Ambush. If there is a villain in the bank, that villain and Blockbuster each capture a bystander. There is a villain in the bank, so those 2 capture a bystander. So I'm still... Don't worry, I'll catch it. I'm still doing the effect. So ironically, the banker goes to the sewers, and who goes to the bank? Detective Wolverine. This could be very useful, even though he's a little less useful in this setup because I can already look at the villain decks to make sure that doesn't happen. I couldn't avoid that twist, so there you go. Okay, now because the twist effect is finished, I do have to tuck a hero from the HQ that costs 6 or less. I think it's going to pretty easily be Dark Influence of the Hand. Dark Memories is actually pretty useful in this setup. I do have a lot of different hero classes. Actually, she's also very useful with the Fighting the Hand Ninjas because I can turn that into a recruit I can use to look at the villain deck. So she's actually not that bad right now. I could tuck Going Through a Phase. That would make Arnim Zola potentially even weaker, put him down to 6. So let me actually do that, even though this card is very good. And see what happens. Yep, so now Arnim Zola's at a flat 6. So, let's see what happens. So I'm going to play my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit. And let's see what I'm going to pick up. Is it bothering you that I didn't put anything there? I mean, you can only see 1, 2, 3, 4. I moved the dice. What can I put? Should I put something there? I don't have anything to put there. I already put the Dimensions Destroyed 1 out of 4. But I'll use, you know what? I'll use the Scarlet Witch Scheme Twist. If that looks like something bad has happened. So I'll do that. I hope that's acceptable. All right, our options once again are Don't Make Me Angry, Gladiator Hulk. Well, of course I didn't read that far. I'm going to use these instead. I like with how this looks instead of a wound. It's going to look more uniform that way. Okay, so Don't Make Me Angry is great to pick up because I can just draw cards, smash them, and get to that easy attack. Intangible Qualities tucks the hero on the bottom of the hero deck from the HQ, and you get points equal to the symbols that were there. And then we've got Dark Influence of the Hand I already looked at. And then Ghost in the Machine gets 1+ attack for each different cost amongst the heroes in the HQ, which is useful. I can't get that yet. Again, if I can get some early attack, which Don't Make Me Angry is going to be great for, then I can try to win this pretty quickly, given the heroes I've got. So let's. Well, I got 5, and okay. Let's see if a 2 cost comes up. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and take a sidekick. Okay, we got Seize the Throne, which costs 4, which I can't afford now. So a sidekick is going to be what I pick up, and it's going to be Rock Slide. I guess I could have fought a Maggia Goon, but I wasn't really thinking about that, and rather pick up some things. Okay, so our next turn is going to have 3 attack. I could fight a Maggia Goon if I'm willing to sacrifice some of my recruit. So let's see what happens here. On turn number 2, I got to pick another deck. Let's try not to let that happen again. I'm going to go with the deck that has 6 right here. And let's see what happens. Okay, it's a bystander. This is going to get captured by the by Blockbuster, who actually I should be updating his attack, especially because he just got another one, and he gets +2 attack for each bystander he has. So he's at 5, 6 attack right now. All right. But all I got to do is reduce this to 5, and that's it for that turn. Now I can't forget the Scheme special ability. I should be considering that. I've got Focus 1, reveal the top deck card of any dimension, and put it back on the top or bottom. I want to try to tuck those twists if I can. If I don't have anything I can recruit. But I do have 3 recruit, and I have a lot of 3 costs in the HQ, so I think I do want to pick some of those up. He gets +2, thank you. I don't know why I thought +1. Not like I was getting close to fighting him anyway. So we've got, 3 attack. And 3 recruit, of course. Now I could, options, I could fight the Maggia Goons or Rescue Detective Wolverine, and then either get a sidekick or focus one of these villain decks, or I could pick up one of the 3-coster. Now it's early in the game, and because I want to do some damage, I potentially could hit Arnim Zola if I pick up this second Don't Make Me Angry, or I could pick up something else. But draw a card and smash 2 lets me turn my recruit into attack and hit things pretty early. So I'm just going to take this other one because I'm about to reshuffle anyway, and I think that'll be useful. We got a second Seize the Throne. This one transforms into Hulk is King if you transformed at least 2 cards this turn, which will really help. I can smash it and put it back on top of my deck. And yeah, I can't fight anything, so that's it. But that's okay. Now the trick is to draw those 2 Gladiator Hulks in the same hand. We'll see if I can manage that. And then I can probably... Arnim Zola is going to be weaker than... He's already weaker than 1 villain in the city. He will tuck some heroes, so some high attack things might come out, but for the most part, I got pretty lucky with the way that the villain deck ended up. Okay, so my new hand is not what I thought it would be, but that's okay. Turn 3, nothing's there. I reached there, but nothing's there. Let's go with the last deck again, and it's going to give us another twist. It gave us a twist before, and I thought, what are the odds of another one? Apparently pretty good. Okay, so I gotta play 2 cards from a villain deck. I don't want to play the one with 2 cards in it. Let's go with this one in the middle. And then if this cascades and chains, I only tuck 1 hero at the end of it. So turn that down to 4. Let's play the first card from this deck. And it's the shape-shifted Copycat Bystander going to Blockbuster again. Well, he's getting pretty beefy. He's at 10. And although she does give me some KO ability. And now I gotta play another one from this deck. And it is another twist. I was hoping to avoid that. So this should have 3 left, yep. Now I gotta play 2 more cards from a different one. All right, I guess I'm going with the biggest number, going with the one with 5. First card played is Chimera coming in, and then the next one is going to be a Bystander. Okay, so we'll handle that. And then we'll tuck a hero that costs 6 or less. So back to what we're doing. Chimera comes in with Ambush. Reveal the top 3 cards of the villain deck. Chimera captures all the Bystander cards you revealed. Put the rest back in random order. Now because it says the, and there's multiple villain decks, I get to actually choose one for her to look at. Now I'd rather not make these villain decks smaller, but some knowledge is nice. So I can choose this dimension right here, and she can look at all 3 cards. And at least I can know if there's a twist in there or not by looking at everything. So let's look at all 3 of these, even though it'll shrink if all 3 of these are Bystanders. I'm going to be pretty upset. Yes, I would do her ambush before revealing the second card, but so I could look at this and then. Well, here's the trick thing with that. The twist says play 2 cards from the villain deck, so I have to choose one villain deck to play 2 cards from. I couldn't change which deck I played from for the second one, so in this case her ambush wouldn't matter. If I chose the deck that she came from, then I would randomize everything, which means it could come up again. But in this case, it doesn't make a difference. But yes, I took a shortcut for producing purposes, but you're absolutely right. So the top 3 are, unfortunately, she's going to capture 1 Bystander. But I also know there's no twists in here, so I got Chimera and Vertigo getting put back, and I know I can safely play a card from this dimension without playing a twist. And she's going to come into the city. Of course, actually, I already pushed. So we go there. And then the second card played was that Bystander, which is going to go to her as well. A lot of messy stuff going on, but that's all right. Okay, let's play some cards. So if I play all my recruit, I will have 5 recruit, but I also have Don't Make Me Angry, which says draw a card and smash 2. This will allow me to maybe hit something. But if I do smash away 1 agent, I can still take Seize the Throne, which is something I want to pick up. So let's commit to playing 4 of these. And do that. I really don't want to tuck a hero, but I guess I have to. Again, I really like what White Tiger does with giving you giving you extra recruit. So I'm gonna tuck Kitty Pryde, even though it's a very good card. All right. So here's Gladiator Hulk's rare, and it's a rare that has no printed attack, which is very, very funny against Arnim Zola. Double attack from each smash this turn. So still, he's only at 6. Okay. So I'll play the 4 recruit. I will play Don't Make Me Angry. I will draw a card. And then I got an attack, and I'll smash away Kyla here for 2 more attack. For 2 attack, I'll play my 3rd attack here. So I'm at 4 recruit and 2 attack after all of that. And 3 attack total. I think I can take care of this, yeah. So let me actually give Chimera her bonus. There's a lot to track, so apologies, I'm a little disjointed. But I'll get it. So she's got 2 Bystanders, so she's at 9 attack. And yes, that prediction was correct. The Marauders are really making this difficult with all the extra Bystanders. But that's alright. Okay, so with 3 attack, I still can't fight anything unless I spend a recruit to take out a Maggia Goon. But I want to just speedrun this, so my gut says to take Gladiator Hulk instead and not fight anything. The Goons do give me KO power, though. And Detective Wolverine is going to let me check out what he does, by the way. He's going to let me investigate the villain deck for a villain worth 1 VP and put it into my victory pile, which is only a henchman here. I have a safe play from this deck. It's another villain. But I might not be able to fight anything. But escapes aren't going to hurt me here. So with all that said, I think I am going to go ahead and take a Seize the Throne like I mentioned. And hopefully transform him with the other smash that I've got. And it's another intangible qualities Kitty Pryde. Okay, so that's where things are going to end. Playing a bit of a dangerous game without doing any focusing, but I have knowledge for at least the next one. All right, I got 1 Gladiator Hulk, and I got Rock Slide, and I got a lot of attacks, so I can clear the city. No problem this next turn. So I do have a safe play here, even though it's another villain, but I do have attack, so I'm going to play from this deck. It's going to be either Vertigo or Chimera, and it's actually Vertigo, and Vertigo here has the... This is actually a fight effect. Each player discards all the cards in their hand and then draws as many as they discarded. I do have a full city, some beefy Marauders, and then Vertigo here, taking the last spot. 1 card left in this deck, though. I know it's a villain. So if I get another twist, this will actually be a good deck to play from. There's already been half the twist played. Playing a twist on a deck that only has, on a dimension that only has 1 card, like I mentioned before, is a really good strategy because you end up playing 1 fewer card than you normally would. All right, let's actually start with Gladiator Hulk still make me angry. I don't have that much recruit at all, so I'm going to go ahead and first draw a card. And then I'm going to smash away an agent to get to attack. And then I'll play the rest of my attack. That's going to give me a total of 5. And then I've got Rock Slide here. I can shatter a villain. So if I shatter Blockbuster, I can shatter him down to 5. I can hit him for 5. And then I can take all his bystanders, which seems like a good thing to do. Gives me the best value. Rock Slide's worth 5 in that case. So let's go ahead and shatter him. So he is now at 5. And I'll hit him with my 5 attack. Easy does it. 1 away from hitting the Mastermind. I'm going to have still pressure on the city, though, but I'm glad I'm doing that. No fight effect on him, so we just take him out of there and rescue all the bystanders he's got. Now, he does have a copycat, so I'm putting myself at danger for an escape, but I don't care as much. He does. He does. But I do get 2 recruit usable only to recruit White Tiger in this case. I've got 1 standard bystander, and I do have... There's Amy. There's Shapeshifted Copycat. So she enters the city again as a villain with 3 attack with fight, KO 1 of your heroes. I might lose a Goon that way, but I gain KO power with her, so... All I care about is destroyed dimensions, so I'm okay there. And I am left with 1 recruit, which is important. I spent all 5 attack. I can use this 1 recruit to focus and see what I'm going to get next. So once again, looking at the scheme, I can spend 1 recruit to focus, reveal the top card of any dimension, and put it on the top or bottom of that deck. So by the way, I know what this is. This is a Chimera, so I'm going to just go ahead and put it face up. So we can all see it's Chimera. Well, you can see half of Chimera. We have knowledge of that one. I'm going to show you. But I don't know the rest of them. So which one should I reveal the top of? Maybe the one with 5 or the one with 4? Let's go with the one with 5 and do that. So I'm going to spend 1 to focus. Reveal the top card of the deck that still has 5. It is a Master Strike. Reminder of the Master Strike. For each hero in the HQ that has less than 2 printed attack, which is all of them, put that hero in the bottom of the hero deck. Each player discards a card of that hero's cost. I would love to keep Gladiator Hulk here in the HQ, but I'm probably not going to be able to pick it up. And I'm not going to be able to avoid a Master Strike for that long. However, I can avoid it for now, because even though this is not a twist, it's not great to refresh the entire HQ when I've got no attack extra for him. So I'm going to tuck this to the bottom. Let me make sure there's still 5 in here. There's only 4. I must have played next to 1 and forgot. So 4 cards left. I must have bumped the die. Had a feeling. Okay, so back to what I was doing. I did get +2 recruit to recruit Dark Influence with the hand, but I did spend that 1 recruit to attack, so to focus, which I'm glad I did. I avoided a strike, so I'm not going to be able to recruit that. And that is going to be my turn. The question is which villain deck to play from next. That strike would have avoided an escape. However, like I said, I'd rather not do that whole refresh. I haven't picked up any recruit. I just picked up Hulk. So chances of getting the rare is not great. Any suggestions on which dimension to play a card from? I really would like to keep Arnim Zola at 6 attack because I feel like I can hit him soon if that's the case. So I'd like to avoid strikes at any cost. I don't have any other knowledge. I'm thinking about playing from the one with 2. That way I have another place to play a twist on. If that's not a twist. So I'm going to do that unless any objections come up. Almost all grays. I had a hand like this just recently. Okay, so we're on turn 5. I'm going to play from the one with 2. Let's see what's there. It is a Maggia Goons. Okay. So good news is no twist. Bad news is we do have an escape. So Goons push out of Goons. It's like I'm playing Organized Crime Wave. So in order to handle this escape, we've got to KO a hero that costs 6 or less from the HQ. Who's it going to be? I think it's going to be Ghost in the Machine. I'd like to pick this up. I don't think I will anytime soon. Plus, I want some more options. And another Dark Influence to the hand. So they run off. Luckily, we're not playing a league. Don't really care about escapes here. Arcade is a bit more forgiving in that regard. So there we go. Now to Gladiator Hulk. Once again, I can smash 2 after I draw a card, but I have to do those immediately, so I must decide which one I'm going to smash first. Well, actually, that's not technically true. I want to decide. I don't have to. So let me just draw the card. I have to decide to play Gladiator Hulk first. I drew a Shield Agent, which means I'm going to have 5 recruit. There's nothing here that costs 5. You can lose that game in What If Solo before you even start now. So if I smash the Trooper, that's going to leave me with 2 attack only, which won't be enough. I do have a Maggia Goons here and there I can bribe, and Detective Wolverine will give me some knowledge to avoid some more twists. Probably going to pick up a 4 cost, so I can smash away an agent safely. I will do so for 2 attack, and then play my 3rd, and then 4 recruit, and that's where we're at, 4 and 3. Let me... Yes, so technically in What If Solo, you put 2 henchmen in the city at the beginning of the game, and all Maggia Goons have ambushed, play another card from the villain deck. So technically those ones have ambushed, play another card from the villain deck. I recommend house ruling not doing that with the first 2, but if you play it as written, you can lose before the game starts if they just continue to ambush and then escape, especially if they play a twist. All right, so let's go ahead and get some KO. Let's fight our copycat. Let's fight Amy here for 3 attack. And once again, she's got fight KO one of her heroes, which is wonderful. So I want to keep my recruit, but I also want to keep my attack. I kind of want to pick up intangible qualities, so I'm trying to figure out what should I KO, attack or recruit here. I want to hit the Mastermind. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of an agent. All right, with 4 recruit left, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do and take another Seize the Throne and just... I'm trying to go full force hitting the Mastermind. We'll see if that works. Not really getting a lot of luck with getting those Hulk cards in hand at the same time yet. But that KOing will help. Okay, there's 1 Hulk. And just out the 1. Could have transformed it if 1 more showed up, but not yet. I'm trying. Okay, so for turn 6... 1 card left, 1 card left. Don't want to play from there yet. I'm going to play from this one right in the middle that's got 4. Let's see what we have. Okay, there's our Master Strike I was trying to avoid. So we got a fresh full reset on the HQ at this point. Each hero's got less than 2 permanent attack. So they're all going on the bottom, and each player discards a card of that hero's cost. So I have to discard a 4 cost. Literally, I discard the Hulk that I have. So there you go. Everybody goes away. No 0 cost here, so I don't have to discard those. Do I put this in the bottom of... There's a ruling here on this somewhere. Is it in random order? I assume if it doesn't say it's in random order. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to shuffle them up. Don't have to face that often. So a brand new HQ. We got 1. There's some printed attack. 2, 3, 4, and 5. So all of a sudden, Zola's now at 10 attack because of the Ultimate Abomination with the printed 3 and 1. So let's see if we can get those out of the HQ. At least his villain group is not here to make that worse for me. And at least I just played a strike. Okay, that is resolved. I have to discard Hulk. Can't play him, so all I've got left are starters. 1, 2, 3, recruit, and 2 attack. Upside down attack. So let's keep trying to make Hulk work. I really want to take Huntress out of there, but I might just have to counter the attack that's there with those Hulkus King. Let's take another Don't Make Me Angry. And this is going to mean that I would unlock Gladiator Hulk 2, and he's a great hero set. I would love to unlock him. Yeah, can't do anything with that 2 attack. Alright, I'm starting with a Hulk in hand. Let's see if I get more. I am tempted to pick up... God, Ambulance of the Tiger God is just not a great card. Reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, draw one of them that costs 0 and discard the rest. Does help with Dark Memories, but the times that it's helped me is not very high count. I do need some more recruit. Going through a phase is helpful if I get another X-Men hero in the discard pile to draw a card. Doesn't get in the way. I don't know. Okay, why is Hulk so... He's scaring away the other Hulk because I don't know what's happening. This keeps happening. I haven't had 2 Hulks in a hand yet. Alright, turn 7. Let's play from the one with 4. I think is what I want to do. Let's hope for the best. It is Vertigo. Okay. Once again with that fight effect that discards cards and draws them again. Got a full city. It's going slower than I thought. So draw a card. Alright. Still not a Hulk. I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 attack this turn. 2 recruit isn't enough to take anything here. I can focus twice if I don't do that. So if I smash away a trooper, I'll get a total of 5 attack. That's very ancient one. Yep. And then, oh, you know what I can do? I can actually make Vertigo useful. Let's try this. I'm gonna generate 5 attack. I smash away. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll smash away a trooper. I get 2 attack. I play 3 agents to get 5 total attack. I've got 2 agents in hand. I fight Vertigo. Each player discards all the cards in their hand, then draws as many cards as they discarded. So I will take her out for 5. And now I discard these 2 cards in my hand and draw 2 new cards. Let's see what I get. 1 and 2. Alright. A little bit of momentum, even though I've already spent the attack. So now I play the other Hulk, Don't Make Me Angry. Draw a card. I was hoping to get to transform a Hulk, but I didn't get to do that. And now smash 2. I believe this is a you may, so I can choose not to. Because if I do, I'll get 2 attack, which with 2 agents, it'll help me take out a Maggia Goons, but not much else. I could do some focusing, but I do have a buffer with this one. I have 2 villain decks with just 1 if I pull a twist. So I'm actually going to... If I smash 1 away, I'll have 3 total points, and I can't fight the Goons anyway. So I will choose not to smash, even though big monster. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, but I'm pretty sure that's an optional. And then I'll play my 2 agents. 1, 2 for 2 recruit. All right, instead of a sidekick, let's do a couple of focuses. Let's go with this villain deck here with only 3 cards in it. Reveal the top card for 1 recruit. And it is a Maggia Goons. I'm gonna put that back on top. That's useful to keep there. And let's check. Oh, is it? Yeah, it's not investigate. I'm doing this correctly. It's reveal the top card. And then let's reveal the top of this other one with the blue die here. And that's Blockbuster. Okay, good. No twist there, no twist there. Good to know. I'll keep that face up. Now I got a couple of buffer turns from those twists, which is nice. All right, come on. I want to get Hocus King. 3, 4. There we go. I got 2 of those. 1, 2. Finally. All right, so I can transform both of these into Hocus King this next turn, which I'm very happy about. All right, for turn 8, we'll do the safe thing and play this Maggia Goon from this villain deck that we already revealed. Did a good job with those twists early on. So we have to start by smashing, so we can smash some more. Let's draw first. Going to be a full shuffle. Well, that's okay. Love the flavor text on this one, by the way. And it's a trooper. I will smash away an agent to get 2 attack. Now let's clean this up a little bit. I'm zoomed out, so I should give myself a little more room to work with. So Seize the Throne here has smash 3. Then if you discarded at least 2 cards this turn, transform this into Hocus King and put it on top of your deck. And I will have done that. So I have to smash some cards away. Smash away for 3 more. Yep, that's correct. And so because I did discard those cards, he does get transformed into Hocus King. Fortunately, it does go to the top of my deck, but I do get to use them later. So there we go. Hocus King, which is when a card effect causes you to discard this card, you may return this card to your hand. This goes to the top of my deck. And then we have another Seize the Throne to do the exact same thing. Let's max out on attack. Let's attack max this turn. Discard an agent to get 3 more attack. And then we're going to transform this as well, which is not optional, into Hocus King and put that on top of my deck as well, which means both will show up at the beginning of my next turn. And a final trooper. Only have 1 card left here. I have 8 attack, which unfortunately, due to White Tiger showing up, is no longer enough to hit Arnim Zola. And unfortunately, I won't be able to get her out of there unless I get 5 recruit, which is kind of tough with what I built for myself. But let's see what I can get rid of. So with I have 9 attack, not 8. So Chimera is actually 9 completely. I can also get rid of Vertigo and a Maggia Goon. Or I can get rid of 2 Goons and have 1 left over. I only have 1 hero to KO, though. The rest, I don't want to KO Gladiator Hulk. So, again, I'm not super worried about escapes. So let's go for the strongest thing I can get. It's actually a lot of VP for my run. So we're going to take out Chimera for 9 before she gets any more bystanders somehow. And then we'll focus on her boss in a second. So she's gone for 9. And I got 1, 2 standard bystanders to recruit, to rescue. Nothing special there. But that was a productive turn. And here's my next turn. I've got 2 Hocus King in hand. So I've got 6 attack there. I can return it to my hand when I discard those cards. Let's see if I got any more Hulks. 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't. But that's 8 attack right there. Turn 9. Okay. So I have a guaranteed blockbuster there. Let's go ahead and play that. Even though he might... Actually, he's not going to thin any decks because here's what I'm going to do. Ambush with this villain of the bank. Actually, yeah, I can't control that. He gets a bystander. He gets Howard Stark and the Maggia Goons in the bank. There's a lot of extra bystanders. Get the aspiring hero as well. Okay, so I am running low on villain deck cards. I'm very aware. Look at those numbers. That's not really great. I thought this was going to go okay. But not doing great. Although I have played half the twists. I can play a twist and play this deck, and I can play a twist and play this deck. That'll save me some time. Still not high numbers here. Okay, so 2 Hulk is king. Give me 6, and then 7, and then 8. That full HQ refresh kind of hurt me, and I got 2 recruit on top of that. So let's do some KOing to thin this deck a little. Let's get rid of my troopers because I need more agents so I can recruit the expensive stuff out of there. So we're going to go ahead and do... we'll fight the one with Detective Wolverine for 4. Straight up attack. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. And yeah, we'll take him out and KO a hero. Let's take care of the trooper. And investigate the villain deck for a villain with 1 VP and put it into your victory pile. All right, let's look at this one on the end. I know the bottom card. So top 2 cards of this deck. I hope it on cover a Maggia Goon. Okay, so it's a strike and a twist, which means, and I know what this last card is. It's a strike because I already revealed that earlier. I should have left that face up. So essentially, I have full knowledge of this deck. So I'm going to leave the strike on top and the twist on the bottom, which is actually like this. Yep. And I can leave them face up, actually, because I know everything that's there. So it should be strike, strike, twist. And I didn't thin anything, which is good. So Detective Wolverine did his job. Last resort to play from there. Really don't want to do that. And then yes, that was it. All right, so now I've got 4 more attack. Let's go ahead and take care of the bank. Oh, did I KO a hero? I did. So let's do this again. KO one of my heroes. It's going to be the other trooper. And then I get a sidekick when I rescue the aspiring hero, and it's Hairball. Will let me draw a card, but it doesn't help me recruit things. All right. With 2 recruit, I have to do some focusing. Man, I'm running out of time. This really goes quickly. I'm going to have to look at the one with 3 for 1. And it's Scalp Hunter. I'm going to leave him on top. And then here, we'll look at this one. It's a twist. So let's go to the bottom. I don't know what's at the top, though. Yeah, I'm getting nervous. Okay, Hulk, Hulk, Hulk. I get to draw 1 more card, and if I get Hulk as king and I get to smash those away, I could have enough to potentially hit the Mastermind, even at 10. We'll see what I draw. Okay, I didn't draw anything there, but I could in a second. All right, turn 10. I'll play the known villain here. Fewer unknowns there. And +1 attack for each bystander he has. An ambush, each player chooses a bystander from the victory pile, and he captures those bystanders. Okay, I'm gonna give him I'm gonna actually give him Amy so I can get some more KO power. Even though he gets buffed up a little bit. He's at 5. That is another way to pronounce it. I actually choose that pronunciation. Okay, so don't make me angry. Draw a card. Nope, not the one I wanted. I almost have enough recruit to get Camouflage Huntress, so I'm going to smash away a trooper. And if I'm lucky, I'll get 1 more recruit and I can get that card out of here. I really hope that happens. So don't make me angry. Draw another card. Not yet. I have to choose not to smash because I need to get 1 more agent. We'll try 1 more time. Don't make me angry. And I drew into Hulk as king, so that's fine. I'll smash Hulk as king away, and when I do so, I can return it to my hand. So I get to attack. Not gonna help me recruit anything. Man, so close there. I can at least get going through a phase out of there, which hopefully doesn't replace it with something that's more attack. I could use Vertigo here. Well, actually, it's kind of funny. If I fight Vertigo, how would this work? Each player discards all the cards in their hand, then draws as many cards as they discarded? It would count as discarding Hulk as king, right? So if I did that right now, I don't have enough attack. Let's say I did, in theory. Let's say I fought her and I discarded Hulk as king. Would I draw a card and then return Hulk as king to my hand? So I would end up with a net +1 card? I think so, because you're not returning it to your hand instead. It's not canceling the discard effect. You do actually discard him. I think the answer is yes. But again, I can't do that because I chose not to smash on that second one. So we'll just play Hulk as king for 3 more attack, and we'll play all 4 of my recruit. All right, let's try to clear up the HQ a little bit. We're gonna take going through a phase. Gives us more recruit anyway. And all right, so he's down to 9. That's good news. I hit 9 attack before. This is just really annoying me. This White Tiger Camouflage Huntress. For 7, what should I do? I can't hit 2 things. I could either get some KO, which will kind of be useful. I don't really want to get rid of any of my agents. I want to getting rid of this is really important. I haven't had any tactics yet. if I, no fight effect on him. Howard Stark, what does he do? What does he do? I forget. Draw each tech and range hero you reveal from your deck. I don't have any, so that's not going to help me. I should have taken that white tiger. That would have helped me, though. And I've already played all my cards. Otherwise, I could have... Would it have been better to not play these agents and then hit Vertigo? I guess I'll never know. Let me at least get Amy out there so I can fight her later. So I'll take him out for 5. And then she enters the city as a villain. That's worth 3 attack. And I'm left with 3 attack, which isn't going to... Well, I could hit it right now, but again, I don't want to KO anything. I think I did that math right. So I'm going to end... Why is it so close? This game shouldn't be this close. Turn 11. Wow. Not a lot of options. I could play the strike on purpose, but I do have a buffer for the twist. So I'm going to go with the blue deck. See if I get lucky. I didn't get lucky. But again, that's okay. I had planned for this. I pulled the twist. I got to choose a dimension to play 2 cards from it. I'm going to choose the one that I know has 1 exact villain in it. So I just play Chimera. And I blow up the dimension. I'll mark that, and I won't forget to tuck a hero. So Chimera comes in with her ambush. And her ambush is here. Reveal the top 3 cards of the villain deck. Chimera captures all the biased inner cards you revealed, put the rest back in random order. I'm really tempted to reveal from the 1, but if that's a biased inner, I'm going to be very embarrassed because that'll blow up a dimension early. I don't know, so I'm just going to reveal the strike, strike, and twist, just so I know that she won't capture anything. So I reveal all the cards in there, and we already know what they are. All right. Can I get 9 attack this turn? It doesn't look like it. And now I gotta tuck a hero before I play Hairball. That's useful. I forgot about that. That's a way to get rid of her. Maybe I should have been fishing for a twist earlier. Great! That is true. I do have to randomize this deck. Good point. Which I'll still do. I can just focus later. I'll probably have some leftover recruit. I know there's 1 twist in there. That's awful. Okay. So I guess he's just going to have +3 attack no matter what I do. All right. Maybe I should have gotten rid of White Tiger instead of Yelena. Let's play Hairball. 1 attack, draw a card. That's a full shuffle, though. Not really doing well. Maybe I have to just give up on being able to reduce his attack and just go for thinning the deck even more in the little bit of time that I have left. Okay, I draw. All right. Let's get this started. Draw a card. Smash away Hocus King. Goes back to my hand. So that's 2 attack. This is a hit on the Mastermind this turn. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Awesome. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I'm at 9. And yeah, I can hit the Mastermind. Just making sure. He's going to make things worse for me, though, but I should probably just hit him when I can. Alright. First tactic is dominate the weak. The player of your choice gains a hero from the HQ that has less than 2 permanent attack. Okay. I guess I'll... Should I gain Seize the Throne or another Don't Make Me Angry? Well, I could... If Hulk's Rare was here, I could have gained that this way. That makes me sad that I had to get rid of it. The 3 attack is going to be useful, so I'll go ahead and gain another Seize the Throne. Green Scar. Oof. Oof, that's worth attack. That's got printed attack. Now he's stronger. All right. I'm getting worried again. So he's now at 12. Now that Gladiator Hulk's uncommon has appeared. So what can I do? Just max on attack, I suppose. I got 3 recruit. Let's go ahead and pick up another Don't Make Me Angry to really make this work with Hulk is king, and go from there. Yikes. Okay. This has potential. I don't have any... Do I have any X-Men in the discard pile? No, I don't. And none to recruit any either. Okay, for turn 12, I know these are 2 strikes and a twist. I'm going to have to play from one of these. Let's go with the one in the middle. We've got, okay, a Master Strike. Again, could be worse. Could be a twist. 1 card left. Okay, so we tuck all heroes. Let's read this again. For each hero with the HQ that has less than 2 printed attack, put that hero on the bottom of the hero deck, and each player discards a card of that hero's cost. So 4 and 4 and 4. I got to discard a 4 cost, which I do have 1. Too bad it couldn't be Hulk is king, because that would have gone back to my hand. But let's see if the Mastermind powers up. So no, no, and no. Thank goodness. I do have to discard Kitty Pryde. Let's see if we draw Hulk is king and maybe get some more attack. Draw a card. No such luck. I should probably do some smashing. I'll smash away the agent for 2 attack. I'll play the second Don't Make Me Angry. Draw a card. Oof. And yeah, I'm not going to do much recruiting there. That's going to be 2, 4, 5 attack. 5's not going to do anything. So I'll smash the trooper away to get 2 more attack. And actually, 5 will do something. I can hit Vertigo and try to draw some more cards. So I'll smash the agent away instead, which is going to leave me at 5 attack. And I'll leave these in my hand. And then I can fight Vertigo, discard these, hoping for some better things. But then these won't end up in the shuffle, which is what I'm worried about. I still have a lot of grays. That's what I'm hoping. I'm gonna backtrack on that. I'll keep the original plan. So I'm down to a 4 recruit. I just don't have a lot of time left. And 4 attack, 3 recruit. We will recruit 1 more. Don't Make Me Angry. I think we're gonna just keep leading in and hope it's gonna work out before we reshuffle. 1 more for 3. Oops. And then for 4 attack, Howard Stark will make me reshuffle. I don't want to do that. I'll do a KO. Let's take out these goons on the bridge. KO one of my heroes, and it's going to be an agent. I just gotta give up on being able to recover. Okay. So it's going to be a full reshuffle. I still got a lot of grays in here, but I got a lot of Hulks and a lot of draw. Let me see how many turns I've got left. Let's say I pull a twist. That's 1 turn. I should do some focusing. I think I can finagle like 3, 4 more turns out of this. Exactly. I don't know, he's not doing stuff today. He's being real nice and like getting out of the way for the shield agents. He doesn't have to do that. All right. I'm shuffling a long time because this new hand is going to be very important. Let's see what I got. Okay, Seize the Throne. Don't Make Me Angry. Shield Trooper. Don't Make Me Angry. All right. That's a lot of Hulk in that hand. Turn 13. All right. Still don't have any knowledge except for this deck, which is 2 strikes and a twist. Let's go with this one here. It's only got 2. Oh yeah, I forgot the twist is at the bottom. So, all right, so strike again. All right. So, unfortunately, I have to discard Seize the Throne, which is a bummer. And then I lose Ghost in the Machine, Ghost in the Machine. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's 1 more attack for him. That's no more. That's no more. All right. He's up to 13. Could have been worse. But he's graduated to the D20 now. And I have to discard Seize the Throne before it got transformed, which is unfortunate. But we'll push on and see what we can draw into. Don't make me angry. First draw. And I'll smash away an agent. Once again, I can get to a lot of attack this turn. We will draw one more. Okay, smash away another agent for 2 attack. Another will make me angry. Don't put that into the universe off the cuff. Draw a card. Okay. I'll smash away the trooper for another 2. Another will make me angry. Draw a card. Smash this one away. 2 more. And then draw one more. Finally, Hulk is king. I'll smash it away for 2. I'll play it for 3. Oh, did I forget to do this? Yeah. I'm at 13 attack. I just didn't press the turn counter button, I suppose. But I have enough attack at the Mastermind, so let me double check. Yep. 6, 9, 10, 13. Yeah, let's hit him again. Alright. Pet projects. Each other player reveals a Marauders villain from the victory pile or gains wood. I have plenty, so I'm good. Alright, let's see if I can hit him 3 more times for this amount. That was an extraordinary turn I'm probably not going to be able to replicate, unfortunately. Because look at my next 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's something. I can thin the deck a little and maybe make things better for myself. Turn 15. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to play from this that has 2. We'll see how I do. There's only 1 left. Oops, my count was off. Let me double check on my counts. I got 1, got 1, I got 1, I got 3. Okay, well, I'm going to have to play from here. I didn't focus. I didn't have any left of a recruit. I'm going to have to hope that the twist isn't at the top. And it's not. Okay. Once again, we do the tucking. I lose... Oh, this doesn't have 2 either, so I lose Kitty Pryde. So 3 costs and 4 costs. He actually could have made himself weaker. Oh, no, he didn't. Oops. 9, 12, 15. Yep. He's at 15 attack right now, which is gross. All right, well, there you go. And what did I put on the bottom? I forgot what the costs were. A 3 and a 4, so I do have to discard Kitty Pryde, I'm pretty sure. She was there. Yep, okay, well, here's what I got left. 4 attack and 3 recruit. I do have a shuffle after this. I can do a little bit more deck thinning before the shuffle by hitting the copycat for 3. So I will do that. KO one of my heroes, which is an agent. And that's all I'm going to be able to do. So I can focus. I can do some focusing just to see what I've got here. So let's focus the top of the 2. Let's see if the twist or the strike is in the top. Before I do this, yeah, nothing I want to recruit here. The strike's on the top. Okay, that's good. And let's just see what's left. So I don't end up doing a twist cascade. Let's check this one. It's another Amy. It's another copycat. That's funny. I'm glad I didn't look at that with Chimera. And then we'll check this one. Yeah, those are the last 2 twists. We'll see what's here. There's another bystander. Okay. All right, so if I don't want to destroy a dimension, I'm going to have to play the last strike. So my max number of turns is going to be, I have 1 turn left, 2. I only have 2 turns left because, wait, I've only destroyed 2. I have 4 turns left. I lose when 4 are destroyed. So I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 turns left effectively before I lose the game. So we'll see if I can hit this massive attack number in that amount of time 3 more times. Not super confident in that, but we'll try. I underestimated how tough Ultimate Abomination gets as this game goes on. If I can hit him every single turn, then I can do this, but I don't think that's going to happen necessarily, especially at 15. Although if I do have Hocus King in hand and I keep drawing cards, I could do it. I could have enough to recruit some green scars out of the HQ as well. So we shall see what this shuffle gives me. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just not talk about what I just did there. Turn 16 is gonna have to be the last Master Strike here. And I know this is a twist, so I'll just put it face up. All right, 3 and 4. If I do that, I lose. Don't make me angry. This hand was gonna do much anyway, so I'm fine with that, honestly. All right, discard Gladiator Hulk. Wow. Okay. Well, good news is I've got 5 recruit, so I can at least get a green scar out of here. So that's good news. So I'll do that. What a cruel joke. Nothing changes. Yikes. Good thing is I can just afford to waste a turn. You know how this is going. All right. Let's keep going. Turn 17. The only card I don't know about is this one, but I know it's not a twist. I literally just have 2 turns left. So I'm going to choose... If she comes in, she comes out as a bystander, which is fine. So I'll put Amy in the city. There, we're gonna blow up that that dimension. I was wrong. I have 1 turn left. This is the last turn. This is it. So it's not looking great. And she goes up to 6. Let's see what damage I can do. I was really trying to unlock Gladiator Hulk, but man, this run is not going well. I don't know. Let's see what I can draw into. Something crazy could happen. You know what? If I had played the twist, I could have tucked this, but then I would have destroyed 4 dimensions. That would have done enough, so. Oh well. Let's draw. Smash Hulk is king, so that's 2 attack. Let's do it again. I draw another card. Smash Hulk is king. It's 2 more attack. Let's do it 1 more time. Draw a card. Smash Hulk is king for 2 more attack. I don't have any X gene. I will smash 3. We'll smash away a trooper. And then we're going to transform it into a Hulk is king I'm not going to be able to use. Goes to the top of my deck. I could fight Vertigo, actually. Hold on. Let's see what happens if I do that. I have 9 attack. If I fight Vertigo, I will return Hulk is king to my hand, but I'll draw 2 more cards. And I'll discard Kitty Pryde and the Trooper. And that'll be fun. Let's do that. I have 9 attack already. I'm going to spend 5 on Vertigo. Each player discards all the cards in their hand, draws as many cards they discarded. We'll spend 5 attack to do that. Do something fun on my way out. I discard all 4 of these. I draw 4 cards, and then I return those 2 to my hand. So, 1, 2. Here we go. 3, 4. And then Hulk is king and Hulk is king return to my hand from being discarded. Let's do some more. Let's draw another card. Smash the agent away for 2. Or smash the Hulk is king away for 2. And then I'll play all 3 of them. So that's 3, 6, 9 more attack. And then 1 more from the Trooper. And then 2 more here. That's 16 total attack, which is barely enough to hit him 1 more time, which we'll do. Yeah, not being able to hit him early was really awful, and I really did try. Okay, each other player reveals attack hero or discards. I have no cards left to discard. So that's it. I get 1 more tactic, but unfortunately, the game doesn't end at this exact moment, but as soon as I start my next turn, I'm forced to play a card from a dimension, and I'll play from this mystery one, and he enters the city, and as soon as I do, that blows up the last dimension, and there are 4 dimensions destroyed. So unfortunately, for the second time this run, evil wins, which is very sad. He has breached the dimensions. That was tough. I was really trying to make Hulk work. We just wasn't showing up at the right time. Well, I haven't even seen an epic Mastermind, and already we've lost 2 times. So let's do what we do. Head back over to the sheet, and we press on. We continue. I'll have time for one more. We'll see if we can actually take him down. Yeah, they really did make things a bit worse. Well, they didn't pull any extra bystanders, but I don't know. I just got unlucky, I think, in that one. All right, back to the browser. So unfortunately, we lost. Definitely had more Gladiator Hulk than anybody else. So Gladiator Hulk is gone, and we go to attempt 2. I only have 1 life left. This is not a good run. Not a good season. All right, so we're gonna play this again, but we're going to randomize new heroes. Man, I even had this great set of heroes that barely had any permanent attack. I don't think this is gonna go any better. We'll try. Yeah, Hulk did the thing he did in Infinity War. He just wasn't showing up. All right, let's randomize our 3 new heroes and see what we get. Ready? Here we go. Come on, script. Who we get? Hey, it's Iceman and Nightcrawler and Agent Venom. That's cool. I think the randomizer is feeling bad for me, so it gives me Iceman. Agent Venom, do I have any range to accompany? I've got... Party Thor has the colors that Iceman wants. Agent Venom's pretty cool, though. Let's pop up in Master Strike real quick. If it's gonna load up for me. But yeah, look at Party Thor and Iceman. So he only has the 1 card that costs 5 or more, but he works pretty well. So I think I'm gonna bring in Party Thor instead of Agent Venom with Nightcrawler and Iceman. And if I can unlock Iceman, maybe I have a chance at winning this entire thing, even with the epic Masterminds, if I just keep bringing him into things. So let's give it a shot. Our new setup here is going to be exactly the same as before. With all this, he's got some hyper-net attack though. Oh, actually, no, he doesn't. He has he's got 2, but he generates so much attack. He works great with regular Thor, but Party Thor is good with 2. Okay, I'm gonna take a breath, get these heroes, and give this a shot. What do you think? Do I have a chance? Do I have a chance with this this new arrangement? I think so. All right, quick reset. I gotta reset these decks, which is kind of annoying, but that is true. So we'll see. So let me build the entire villain deck because we basically ran through the whole thing. And you can watch and see how I build the decks for this this scheme. So we got 2 Goons. I'll pull fresh bystanders as well. We got 6 twists. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I lost the other twists. Oh, these are the twists I used. I used the Spider-Man ones. Happy birthday, Off the Cuff. Welcome to level 30. 1, 2, 3. Where'd I put the rest of them? Here we go. Everybody wish Off the Cuff a happy birthday. Clearance level unlocked, yes. Now you get to join the 30s and over chat. That doesn't exist. Where's the last strike? I put it off to the side. Okay. According to the server rules, you're a trooper now. According to that. All right, hey guys, it's almost March. I was saying in the Discord, I think we might get some updates on DC. I'm guessing we'll get some blogs coming soon. I think DC is gonna arrive before 2nd edition. We gotta get some, there's all kinds of new stuff in there, so I'm assuming we'll get some blogs. Off the Cuff says, I found myself stranded in the pelting rain for 2 hours because the trains were stopped from Sydney to home due to the national park flooding, and the roads were so backed up with water the firefighters up to their knees. Good birthday besides that, though. Hey, memorable story, at least. Okay, got 5 new bystanders put in there. We'll shuffle that up and get ready. Can't say I'm sad to see White Tiger go, but she could show up again. Gladiator Hulk, however, cannot show up again. He is banned from this. Yeah, Iceman is not a be-all, end-all, you win all the games going forward, but I'm very happy to see him, because I'm struggling, needless to say, in this run. So we'll see. By the way, I did post in the Discord, I don't know if anybody you saw, I'm testing an update to the scoring system we all use for all these legendary leagues and events where we use points per turn. I had an idea the other day about something that can be changed that I think will make things a bit more fair. And I want to test that with a little mini league, a little asynchronous league. If you're interested, I'm doing a two-handed one and a solo one just to kind of test how this works and what everybody feels about it. Check out that post. It's in the Legendary General channel. If you can participate, that'll be great. I am very optimistic about this change. I like, it said Jim, though. Jim and Thor. You know, Thor and his friend Jim. Nightcrawler, I can just teleport. I teleport Nightcrawler until I need to do a big recruit is kind of what he's around for, you know? He wouldn't be bad to unlock either, but I definitely want to get as many Iceman cards as I can. Jim, man. Alright, there's our villain deck. We'll separate that in a little bit. I gotta grab those heroes. Who do we have again besides Iceman? Party, Thor, and Nightcrawler. We were literally just talking about that. I don't know why I didn't pay attention. Alright, let me grab those cards. I can show you my shiny boxes. I'm still working on finalizing that. Iceman. And Party Thor. And Nightcrawler. Okay, here they are. 1, a 2, a 3. There's a little art gallery there. All right, let's get those together in the hero deck and try this again. 1. How do I feel about DC Legendary? I feel excited about it. It is a natural progression for Legendary, I think. It's going to bring a lot of folks into the game, and I'm really excited that Devin isn't designing it. Which means, you know, it's going to be good. Obviously, some of us Marvel fans are a bit concerned about what's going on with the Marvel stuff in Legendary, if it's taking away from anything that's happening there, especially because we haven't had Marvel releases for over a year. But we have second edition coming soon, so we're just going to have to wait and see about that. And that's that. But it looks great from what we've seen. I'm very excited. And yeah, the fact that it does seem to be at least, you know, functionally compatible with Marvel. We'll have to see to what extent when it releases, but on the surface, it looks like you're, you know, able to mix them to a degree. Like, you're going to have opaque sleeves because the back are going to have DC logos on them, but so far, so good on that. And yeah, there's some folks who just aren't into Marvel that are probably going to get into Legendary through DC, and I'm all for that. Okay. Almost ready. Sorry, this takes a little bit to set up sometimes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm missing. Oh, here they are. 11, 12. You got yours in opaque sleeves already. Yeah, that's definitely helpful. If you are thinking about mixing Marvel and DC, if they are compatible that way, you are going to have opaque sleeves because of that logo issue. Unless you can, you might just be able to ignore it if you use the regular card backs, or it might not matter to you. Up to you, but you can run both wonders. You can do all kinds of character combinations, and a lot of them will probably work well together thematically. I'm sure we'll see the Wonder Twins at some point. You can run a full solo Wonder setup. By the way, look, I made a new slide. If you want to become one of the cards I use on stream at a certain membership tiers, you can do that. You get like the ones I'm using today. I'll work with you to make your own custom one, and I'll get it ready and help support all the stuff I do here and elsewhere. Okay, so villain deck. Let's split this up into the different decks. Oh no, the overlay is in the wrong spot. Thank you for the pedals. I really have to update those. I put those on there years ago. Okay, so one. Oh, you can see the redemptions in the chat now. You didn't used to be able to see those before. Another improvement, making little improvements. 3 cards in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in this one. 2, 3, 4, 5 cards in this one. We're gonna have 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Why am I counting 5? I think I'm missing a card that I put. I think I missed a bystander. I gotta do that over again. I put 4 instead of 5 bystanders. At least I counted. Let me just count on my own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. I'm missing something. Yes, now we'll know. I got 1 Maggia Goon in here. Maybe I'm missing a second one. I don't want to shortchange myself on cards here because there's so few to begin with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many twists in this thing? 6. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thrilling counting, I know. 6 twists and 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Maybe I just counted wrong. Let's try again. Maybe I added 1 extra card last time. Wait, did I count 4 or 5 bystanders? Maybe I just counted 4. I'll try one more time, and then I swear we're gonna start this thing. 1 bystander, 2 bystanders, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I don't know. I can't figure it out. 1, 2 cards, 3 cards, 4 cards, 5 cards, 6 cards, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards. Did I have an extra bystander last time and I still lost? I have no idea. Whatever. It's not for a league, so I'm not going to sweat it. I don't know what happened. You can go back on the tape and watch. 4 cards. We're going to start in just a second. 3. And then 1. And then 2. All right. Who's in the HQ at the beginning? Destructive Feast Party Thor. Forecast says Thunder Party Thor. Forecast says Thunder. Bamf. And no Iceman at all. Fantastic. At least I can load up on Recruit first, and then Iceman will appear. Looking on the bright side there. Okay. Let's see if I can do better this time. And better yet, unlock Iceman. Here's hoping. All right, here's our last attempt. If we win, great. We get to move on to the next battle. And if we lose, that is the end of the run of my last life. All right, wish me luck. Here we go. Beginning with turn number 1. Starting with the 2 Maggia Goons entering. And now I pick a villain deck to play a card from. Let's go with the one with the most. Let's begin. And it's a bystander. Agent Jimmy Woo shows up. If you rescue him, you get to do some close-up magic, reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Play on your left says one of those card names, which is me. Mix them up, reveal one, say is this your card? If it is, draw it, put the rest back in any order. That's a fun one to do with you all in chat if I rescue it. So let's go. I've got 4 recruit to begin with. Let's try to make this better than last time. And look at my options. So I've got 2 2-cost Thors. 3 recruit to play this, you must put another card from your hand on top of your deck. But that's fine because this can get me some good cards and get some expensive cards with printed attack on them out of there. I've also got Destructive Feast that does have KO power. It does the Feast effect. Lets you feast if you recruit a hero that makes you worthy that costs 5 or more. So to maximize my points though, I could also get Blended Shadows Nightcrawler, which has 2 attack and teleport, or Bamf, which has 2 recruit and teleport. but I think I should. I really like the big recruit numbers, so I'm going to take both Forecast as Thunder, I think. We'll start with the first one. It's going to cost me 2. And the second one, and there's Thor's Rare, which is great to keep around because it doesn't have any printed attack, but a Master Strike will probably took this, let's be honest. Unless I can get it with the second Forecast as Thunder before a strike comes up. Take the second one for 3. Or for 2, gives me 3. And there's Deep Freeze, alright. We got some Iceman. 2 attack won't go anywhere, so I won't bother playing it. Good start, I think. I got 2 big recruit cards. I know, right? I got 6 recruit loaded up soon. So we'll see. Alright, turn 2. Let's go ahead. And I already reduced this by 1. Forgot to update it. Let's go with the one on the end. Turn 5 is Chimera coming in once again from the last game. Down to 4. So Ambush. Reveal the top 3 cards of the villain deck. She captures all the bystander cards that are revealed, put the rest back in random order. I really hate doing this. Wait, hold on. This is 2. My numbers are wrong. 3, 4, 5, and that was 6, that was 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, this is 5 now. I was offset by 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So which deck to reveal from? I could go with the 1, but if that's a bystander, that's an immediate destroy. We're going to take that risk. Look at the 1. Here we go. It's a Scheme Twist. All right. We've uncovered a Scheme Twist I don't have to play from. And she gets nothing. Good day, man. Awesome. All right. Better start than last time, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Recruit. Now, I can... I'm really tempted to take Deep Freeze to give me more recruit. I did already get both Forecast as Thunder, so this ramps up with his rare, or his ranged ability. And then I can do a couple of focuses if no other 2 cost comes up. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Deep Freeze for 2. And... yeah, I can't get anything. Instead of sidekicks, let's do a couple of focuses. Although I could hit a Maggia Goons in addition to this. Let's do a Maggia Goon. Then I can maybe draw a card and do a focus. I'll play the 2 attack. 1, 2. And let's bribe the 1 in the bank for 2 attack and 2 recruit. And KO one of my heroes. I'm good on recruit now, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and KO an agent. And let's do some close-up magic. Top 2 cards of my deck. I'm going to be able to do a reshuffle without any of these in the deck, too, which is even better. Okay. So I'm going to have you all say the card names. Now, I'd rather save the good cards of the combo later, but you get to decide. All right, here's some close-up magic for you all. Top 2 cards of my deck. First card name to be said 3 times is the one I'm going to pick. I reveal the Shield Trooper and Forecast as Thunder. Watching the chat. I got 1 Trooper, 2 Trooper, 3 Trooper. Okay. Really hard to mix up these 2 cards, so I'm just going to drop them and mix them around. Okay. Here we go. Is this your card? Is it your card? It is. Okay. No cards left for Thor. I drew another attack. Hooray! Yeah, because Thor wouldn't help me out. Get it out of the way. Thank you all. And that was my magic trick. Okay, turn over. I mean, my turn is over. I'm not asking you to do anything. Forecast as Thunder, Shield Trooper, Forecast as Thunder, Deep Freeze, Shield Agent. This is a big recruit turn. All right. Now, here's the deal. I can get Worthy of the Lightning this turn if I don't play a strike. I was hoping for Agent. So I gotta pick one. I have to pick not a strike. I'm probably gonna pick a strike. I don't know where to go here. This deck is calling me. The one with 4. And I think I'm going to go with that. All I got to do is not pull a strike. All I got to do is not pull a strike. It's a bystander. It's going to power up Chimera, but I don't care. You get a buff, but you helped me out, so you're fine. All right. Let's get some recruit. This is great. Oh, I need some water. Thank you. By the way, I think I have a Twitch sub to thank. I do. Talonbrek, thank you for the Prime sub. 2 months of subs. Thank you very much. I just caught that. And I got my water. Thank you. All right. So forecast says Thunder. Let's recruit Max this turn. I'm gonna go ahead and put the troop. Actually, I'm gonna draw this anyway. Put the trooper on top of my deck to get 3 recruit. Let's forecast says Thunder again. Let's put an agent on top of my deck to play this. Now we'll play Deep Freeze to draw that agent again, and I'll get +1 recruit for each other range here. I'll play this turn. That's 2 more, and then 2 more is 10 recruit, which is an insane amount of recruit for turn 3. That's wild. All right, check out Worthy of the Lightning. Whenever you recruit a hero that costs 5 or more this turn, you get plus attack equal to that hero's cost, which is really helpful in not only getting those high cost, high printed attack cards out of the HQ, but giving me attack for them and using my recruit that way. So let's pick this up for 7, which is fantastic. Okay, and still only a little bit of attack for Zola. I'm left with 3 recruit. I could get Bamf, but I also could start doing some more focusing. I think one of the things that messed me up last game was not doing enough focusing. Plus, I did already recruit a lot of good things. So I think I'm going to start doing some more focusing. Let's focus 1. Let's look at this deck. How many are left here? Actually 5? Yeah, there are 5. So top card is a Goons. I'm going to leave that on top. Let's do one more focus and look at this deck with 5. And it's a strike. I think I want to tuck that one to the bottom. But I do get to leave it face up. And let's look at that same deck again. It's the Actor Bystander. All right. Much better. Much better series of events so far. And I already have Party Thor unlocked, so I can't unlock him again. So at this point, if I get no more cards, which I will unlock Iceman. Which is desperately... There's going to be a lot of epic masterminds coming up. And I'll have heroes that won't work with Iceman, so who knows? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Still more recruit power. Turn 4. Let's go ahead and play the Maggia Goons so we can prevent Chimera from getting the Actor. So down to 4 here. Now, once again, I've got Party Thor's forecast as Thunder. For 2 attack, I can't really do anything, so I might as well get as much recruit as I can. Although, if I do this, I do have to put a card from my hand on top of my deck. If I do, I'll get 6 recruit. I can pick up a Destructive Feast that gives me some KO power. And I do want that. I'm actually going to put an agent on top of my deck with forecast as Thunder because I probably will have more Thor I'll need to use that with. And then we'll just play everything else we've got. So 2 more recruit and 2 attack. And so I can pick up one of these. Destructive Feast. This is, again, whenever you recruit a hero that costs 5 or more this turn, reveal the top card of your deck and you may KO it. Do some very helpful deck thinning with this. Okay, so this is the problem. But I have lots of recruits, so I'm not going to have a problem getting this out of the HQ. So Impenetrable Ice Wall gives Arnim Zola 7 attack. But this can cancel discards. So this can cancel like Vertigo's discards or something. But I might get this out of the HQ next turn. So no worries. And I can't do anything for the 2 attack. And that's fine. All right, let's see if I get enough recruit to pick up the Ice Wall. Let's see, I got 3, 4, 5, 6, and a card draw. Maybe I'll have enough. Turn 5, let's get that Actor out of that dimension. Bring him to the Maggia Goons. Actually, no, I won't because I have to draw first. I could draw first with Deep Freeze without any bonuses. If I don't, I would get 1, 2, 3, draw this again, 4, 5, 6, which wouldn't be enough. Well, 8, I need 8. And if I put Iceman on top, I might have enough, but it's going to be a full shuffle with 4 cards left in the deck. That's okay, I'll get some more useful stuff. So let's put... I think I will put Deep Freeze on top, actually, to get the 3. Just go with 5 recruit for this turn. To maybe get more out of that later. And 2 attack. Let's get another Destructive Feast. Because I really have to do everything I can to get the Ice Wall out of there. I am powering up Zola pretty well by doing all this, though. So let's see. There's a Deep Freeze. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. That's great. I got the rare party Thor in hand. And I can already recruit Iceman, which will give me 8 attack, because I got attack equal to the hero's cost. So this is going to be a good turn. I might be able to hit the Mastermind. Maybe. It's a whenever, so we'll see what I draw for my last card. 6. Maybe not, but I'll get close. Turn 6, I don't know what's in these villain decks, so I'm going to have to pick. Let's go with this one right here. Number 4 is a Master Strike. Okay, that's fine. I'll deal with it. At least I already got Thor's Rare out of there. Okay. The discards is going to be what hurts me, but I have no 2 costs in there and no 7 costs. For each hero in the HQ that has less than 2 printed attack, put that hero on the bottom of the hero deck, and each player discards a card of that hero's cost. I got a 5 cost, a 3 cost. That's it. And none of those in my hand. Thank goodness. Replaced. All right. So we're really buffing up the Mastermind, but Frostbite Armor is a card I really want to get. This is the key to Iceman's overpoweredness. 3 attack and then range, draw a card for each range hero you played this turn, which is going to be very good with what I've built. So let's go. No need to panic. I'm good. So 5 recruit on this. Whenever you recruit a hero that costs 5 or more this turn, you get plus attack equal to that hero's cost. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and play Deep Freeze to draw a card. And I get plus 1 recruit for playing 1 range card. And then I've got 7, 8, 9, 10 total attack. And so obviously right now what I'm going to do is recruit Impenetrable Ice Wall for 8, which is a card that costs 5 or more. Last time I checked. And thanks to Thor, I get plus attack equal to that hero's cost, so I get 8 attack. And now let's go ahead and check Zola's attack, especially because I just refreshed that. So he's at 6, 9, 12, 15, 17, which is a scary number. But I'm going to have a good strategy soon. I can't quite hit him, but I can do some KO deck fitting, which is nice. What does the public speaker give me? Plus 1 recruit. So I can get Deep Freeze and hit both Maggia Goons. So I think that's what I want to do. Yep. Let's pick up Deep Freeze for 2. Got a worthy challenge there. Okay, so he's even stronger now. So let's take out... Yeah, let's take out both Maggia Goons. Starting with the first one for 4 attack. Heal one of your heroes. I think I'm good on recruit, so let's start getting rid of some agents. And we'll take out the second one, which is going to be the actor, which has captured the actor for 4 more. And we'll KO this other agent. And choose a hero in the HQ that costs 4 or less. So it's printed recruit and attack. Which is interesting. Because I can get 2 printed attack or 2 printed attack. Not much of a choice. So I will. Which leaves me at 3 attack, which isn't going to do anything. I would have picked recruit to focus, but I didn't have that opportunity. Okay. I have some feasting I can do. 3, 6, 9, 11, 13. He's at 19 attack right now. That's really scary. Let's play from, again, I don't know what these have, so let's play from this deck on the right, and it's another strike. The good news for me is that nothing happens, because everything has at least 2 permanent attacks, so no discards need to happen. Right, it's a question of how fast can I thin my deck, and how fast can I recruit these cards out of there. So, for 3 recruit, I play Destructive Feast. I'm going to load up 2 of them for 6 total recruit. So if I recruit a hero that costs 5 or more this turn, I reveal the top card of my deck, and I may KO it. So, question for the chat. I have 2 of these loaded up. When I recruit a hero that costs 5 or more, do those 2 target the same card at the top of my deck? I think the answer to that is yes, because the effects happen at the same time, so I couldn't go top KO if they both worked that way. I'm pretty sure is they both target the same card because they activate at the same time, because when I recruit a hero that costs 5 or more is a single event. So if you disagree, let me know, but I think that's how it works. I got 7, 8, 9. Alright, which is cool, because I get to do this once. Let's get a Frostspike armor out of there, which is going to really help me take off. Okay. Now I get to reveal the top card of my deck. I can KO this. I will. I'll take every opportunity to get rid of my starters. And it's just the one. They don't really stack that way as far as I'm concerned, like I talked about. And now I can take either Worthy Challenge. If I take Worthy Challenge, I'll have 1 left over to focus. So let's pick up a Worthy Challenge. Okay. And it could be 2 cards if I stagger the recruiting. Like, if I do 2 recruits, yeah. But these don't really stack that way because they target the same card. If you disagree with me, let me know. Let's focus here. Did I get the count right? Yeah, I got a strike on the bottom. Let's spend 1 recruit to focus whatever this is. It's a twist. Okay, you're going to the bottom. I have no more focus ability, so that's it. Alright, I'm very happy to have that Frostspike armor. Doesn't really work super great with Forecast as Thunder because it's just going to probably draw the cards I put on top of the deck. But still, that's still a good thing. Let's get some more. 4, 5, 6. Okay, I got the rare, which is a decent amount of attack. Turn 8. Let's go from that same deck that I already focused into, and it's Vertigo coming in. So once again, Vertigo's got the fight effect. Each player discards the cards of their hand and draws as many cards as they discarded. If I did that with Frostspike Armor, I can reveal this card instead. So in this case, this would prevent the discards. And because Vertigo says draw as many cards as you discarded, I wouldn't draw anything. So basically it cancels her complete fight effect. It's honestly more useful to do the effect with cards I want to get out of there, basically dodge. But I do get to play this. You can activate it even if you play it. I could save it for later though if I wanted to with Forecast as Thunder. I would love to get another Frostspike armor, and I can do a lot of focusing. So let's actually, yeah. I can hit the public speaker this turn. Actually, no. Should I delay the Frostspike armor for a later turn? The public speaker will give me 1 recruit, but otherwise, I'm not really getting much out of this. You know what? I think I'm going to do that. Yeah, so let me backtrack. I'll start over here. I am going to put Frostspike armor on top of the deck with Forecast as Thunder. I think I'd rather use it later. And the second one, I might not play at all. I've got 4 or 5 recruit. That is enough for another Frostspike armor. It's okay, it may not work out for me. I'll take the Frostspike armor for 5. Whoop, -2. I double pressed. And then I think I am going to do this. Play the other Forecast as Thunder to put the Trooper on top so I can do more focusing. I'll do that. because I don't know what's coming in. The deck's already getting very low. So let's start. Let's focus this deck here for 1. And it's young Cassie Lang. She's staying on top there. Let's go with, no 2 costs out here. 1 more. It's Chimera. She can stay on top. And then 1 last one here. See what that last card is. It's a twist. Okay. So the twist goes to the bottom. And I know this is twist, twist, strike. Very dangerous deck to play from. And we'll end the turn there. Now, I gotta recalculate the, Okay, yeah, I'm glad I did this. So he's at 3, 6, 8, 10, 12. 18, just a little bit weaker. But I'm getting to a point where I want to stop recruiting, so I am going to have to deal with those strikes. However, if I can recruit all these out of there, or at least most of them, I can leave the HQ in a specific state that I want. Okay, let's bring in young Cassie Lang to be captured by Vertigo. Probably her rescue effect is I get 2+ recruit, usable only to recruit a hero that costs 2 or less in this particular setup, because there's no size changing. Okay, so we're gonna play the Frostbite Armor for 7 this time. I can cancel wounds and or discards. Let's do the Feast. Once again, if I recruit a 5 cost or more, I get to Feast. Let's play the Frostbite Armor for 3 more attack. I played 1 ranged hero, so I draw. Alright, there we go. Worthy of the Lightning. This is going to be good. Good combo here. 5 more recruit. If I recruit one that costs 5 or more, I get a plus attack equal to that hero's cost. Big numbers so far. So let's go ahead and recruit something that's going to make me trigger these things. It's going to be Asgardian Rager, which has cross-dimensional party rampage. This is actually perfect with Iceman, because I can... Question again. If I did the rampage and didn't reveal and gained the wound, and then I... Actually, no. Never mind. Iceman can't do this because he doesn't count hero cards, so never mind. I might just get the wound to get 3 attack at this point, but I'm going to recruit it so I can do the other things. Take it for 5. Activate both Thor effects. Let me rearrange these so it's a little easier to tell what's going on. Okay. Reveal the top card of my deck. I may KO it. Make sure I have the cards in the right place. Yep. Okay, it's a Trooper, so I KO that. And I get plus attack equal to the cost, so I get 5 attack. On top of that, and I'm at 16, 17, and 1 more recruit. So that is still not enough to hit the Mastermind. Let me double check. At 3, 6, 12, he's at 18. So if I can recruit out of there, if I take an Ice Slide, and I replace this with something with 1 attack or less, I can hit the Mastermind. So I'll try. I'll take an Ice Slide for 4. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, and replace it with an Ice Slide, so he stays at 18, so I can't hit the Mastermind. Still out of reach. However, I can clear the city. So much attack, and I still can't do anything with it. Yeah. Alright, we're gonna hit Chimera for 6. And we'll take care of that. And I get 1 recruit for rescuing the public speaker, which I will immediately use to focus this one. Okay. 1 more villain that I can come in. And I have 11 attack. I guess I'll hit Vertigo, even though it won't do anything for me. For 5, nothing to discard, nothing to draw. And young Cassie Lang. So this counts sidekicks, because sidekicks cost 2 or less. So I do get plus 2 recruit usable to recruit a sidekick, which I'm going to use to recruit a sidekick. And I get Skids, who can help me cancel those wounds from Thor. I have a really good deck, and I still might be in trouble. The setup is proving harder than I thought. I think I have to look at Zola's creations, but do some of them give you fight effects that lets you get some high attack heroes out of the HQ? I have to remind myself, because that would be an explanation for what's going on here. Turn 10. I have some known quantities. Got villain, villain. Let's put in... Yeah, let's put in the Marauder that doesn't pull bystanders out of places. Shoot, which deck did I pull him from? This one? I think there's 2 left in here. Okay, so he does take one from my victory pile, which is going to be... Which do I want to give? I want to do... I'll give him the public speaker because that one will at least give me some recruit to focus with. Okay. Again, I should have some good stuff here. I got Destructive Feast again, so loading that up. I've got Worthy Challenge, which is preparing to give me extra attack, so 2 right now. I've got some card draw from Iceman, so we'll just draw a card. It's going to be a full shuffle. Do I want to recruit first? And no, I'm going to have bigger numbers later. Get some attack out of the HQ, I think. I should probably get some of those swashbucklers. The super small hero deck probably does make Parallel Dimensions harder. The hero deck doesn't really affect it. The villain deck, if that's what you meant, yes. In solo, it's tougher because there's fewer cards, and the proportion for twists are the same. And bystanders. But yeah, you have 6 fewer henchmen and 8 fewer villains, and 1 fewer bystander than you normally would. All right, 1 more draw. All right, cool. I drew Party Thor. This is going to go well, I think. Okay, once again, 5. Yes, I agree. That would definitely make it more forgiving. Loading up a big... I'm going to probably take Swashbuckler to handle a lot of things. I draw another card from Deep Freeze, and I get 1-2 more recruit for the range heroes I played this turn. Sweet, I'm at 10 recruit, so I can do this twice. Let's begin with Swashbuckler, which really doesn't fit my deck, but I have to get it out of the HQ for a variety of reasons. So I'll take it for 5. And I get to activate Thor's abilities. Okay, so I weaken Zola by 1. He's at 17 now. Okay, let's see if we feast. I may KO this. I don't want to. And then I get 3 more attack. And then I get attack equal to that card's cost. So I get 5. Party Thor is really, really good. He ramps up real well. Let's do it again. Let's take another 5-coster. Let's take this Swashbuckler for 5. All right, that's a break. He's on to 14. Let me see. Yep, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. I can hit him now after I do this. I reveal Forecast as Thunder again. I can't KO that. I get 3 more attack from Worthy Challenge, and I get 5 more attack from Worthy the Lightning. So just like that, I'm at 18 attack. Let's go ahead and hit him right now for 14 out of 18. Okay. His first tactic is Crush Pacifist Resistance. KO up to 2 of your heroes that have less than 2 permanent attack. All right. I didn't play my Graves yet, which I probably should have. Actually, I'm down to, yep. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm at no recruit left. I mean, yeah, I'm going to have 4 attack left over. I want to keep a trooper so I can get the public speaker. So I'll get rid of both of my agents that I haven't even played yet. This tactic didn't show up last game. It would have been useful if it did. Okay, great. This reshuffle is going to be good. Now Zola's at 14, more manageable. And I played my trooper for 1 more attack, which is going to be 5, which is enough to hit Scalp Hunter here to get him out of there for 5. And give me 1 recruit. Oop. 1 recruit, which is going to let me focus. I have Chimera here, but again, she's going to be trouble. I guess I can look at the Scheme Twist deck, and she'll be fine. Let's look at this one for 1. Let me get rid of my attack. All right, let's look at this one, and it is another Master Strike. All right, let's tuck that one to the bottom. Get it out of the way, even though the top could easily be a twist. Okay, good turn. Done a lot of deck thinning. I think I'm in a good place. I haven't seen a Frostspike armor, so there might be 2 in this hand. There's 1, 4, 5, 6. Only 1, but I could draw into another one. Turn 11. Yeah, this is remarkably hard, even with Party Thor and Iceman. All right, let's bring in Chimera from this dimension here into the sewers, and I have to pick a villain deck to reveal. Let's reveal the one with the twist, so I don't have to play anything or give her any bystanders. All right. Let's start with the ice wall for 7. The thing about Frostspike armor, though, is if I want to draw 2 other cards, I have to play Party Thor. I could play this right now to draw 1 card, which might end up with more draws, which I think is honestly my best move. Otherwise, I'm just going to draw the Troopers again. So let's play it now. And it's another Frostspike armor. Okay. Which I guess, once again, I'll play now. Kind of a waste of those, but okay. It worked out. So I got Ice Slide. So what I'm going to do is, how much attack can I get? Let's say I put these both on top. And then I'll get 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It's not worth it. I'd rather not put these 2 on top. Let's pause right here. I'm going to do this. Once again, I'm going to do Forecast Says Thunder for 3 recruit to put Ice Slide on top, set up my next hand. And we will play an Agent. We'll play the Trooper, leaving Forecast Says Thunder out to dry, but that's okay. So I'm going to hit Zola and then recruit a 4-coster in hopes that I can make him a bit weaker. But yeah, let's go ahead and hit him for 14. And each other player reveals a tech hero, discards a card. That affects me. I discard Party Thor. I wasn't going to play him anyway because I couldn't. So that's fine. So we'll take care of that. Okay, I can't focus if I recruit an Ice Slide out of here. But if I do that, I don't know if I'm going to pull a twist. And the only deck I have with 1 card is the one with twist, so I don't want to cascade that. Only card I know about here is a Strike. I've played 0 twists. There could be a lot of twists out here, so not focusing is very dangerous. So I think instead of recruiting, I'm going to focus everything I've got, even though I could get an Ice Slide out of this. Let's go with the one on the right. It's going to give us a Strike. We'll tuck that. We'll keep going with this one. Focus again. Okay, Bystander, Animal Trainer. Sweet. And let's go with the yellow deck right in the middle. It's a Blockbuster. And one more, we'll do this deck here. Another Blockbuster. Okay, good. That's 3 turns that I don't have to play any strikes or twists. And that is the turn. Buying me as much time as possible. But I am going to run out of time eventually. All right. Cool, I can cross-dimensional rampage into skids with this hand. Let's play, I don't want to give Chimera a bystander. Let's go ahead and put Blockbuster in to the sewers. And he and Chimera can get a bystander anyway. So, those are not bystanders. Those are officers. Okay, Comic Shop Keeper goes to Chimera. She gets buffed. And then Scott Lang's head goes to Blockbuster. So 6 attack for you. I'll get these numbers correct. And then Chimera is going to be 6 as well. Yep, that's how it works out. Okay, so options here. So I've got skids. If any player would gain a wound, you may discard this card instead. If you do, draw 2 cards. This is going to be very helpful. So if I choose to get the cross-dimensional rampage wound, I can draw 2 cards. If I don't do that, this hand doesn't really have much going for it. But to do that, I'm going to have to play Ice Slide first. So let's do this in correct order. Play Ice Slide with no trigger. Then we're going to play Asgardian Rager. Plus, I'll get the 3 attack anyway. Now, again, I got to ask about this reaction. So this is cross-dimensional party rampage. If any players gained a wound this way, you get +3 attack. Now, Skid says, if a player would gain a wound, you may discard this card instead. If you do, draw 2 cards. So, is the wound gained or is the wound not gained? Because if the wound is gained, if I take this literally, and I forget how people have played it, do I not... This erases gaining the wound at all, so I wouldn't get the +3 from the party rampage? Or would I get the +3 from the party rampage because I initiated getting the wound? I honestly forget how this interaction works. So let me know what you think. Regardless, I am going to get the wound and I'm going to cancel it with skids and draw 2 cards. So the rest of the +3 is up in the air. I want to know what you all think. I forget how that exactly works. There's probably an FAQ entry on it. As written, I don't think I get it either because I never actually gained the wound. Because this says instead. But there's a ruling on this somewhere, I just forget. Regardless, I do discard this and draw 2 cards, which is with a full deck and no deck and a full discard pile. There's a question about this with something like Colossus, I think. But not 100% on that one. To be safe, I'm gonna lean towards not giving myself the attack, but I'll look into this later. All right, let's draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Not the cards I wanted. It's cards I got. Disruptive Feast, 3 Recruit. Might let me KO some things. I'll play Swashbuckler. It's never gonna trigger, but at least I'll get the attack. Let's play what I've got. I got Recruit, Recruit, Recruit. So 3 more. And unfortunately, there's no cards here that are going to that cost 5 or more. So the best I can do is just try to get something else out of there. I'm going to take an Ice Slide for 4. And oof, I got more attack for the Mastermind now. But Along for the Ride is a great card. I can teleport some stuff. It's a teleport, and then when you play or teleport this card, you may also teleport up to 3 other cards from your hand. Now, let's say I did have that extra 3 attack. Wouldn't really help me with much, so I'm not going to worry about it. 6, 8, 13, 15, 17 on the Mastermind. And with 8 attack, what's the most valuable effect I can get? Comic Shopkeeper will gain me a hero, and then Scotland's Head is going to KO one of their cards. Yeah, I'd rather do the KO power. So I'm going to hit Blockbuster for 6 of my 8, and then we'll rescue Scotland's Head. I will KO another agent. Okay, doing what I can. I've got 2 Recruit to focus, so I will. Let's focus here. It is another villain, a Scalp Hunter there. Okay, so 1, and then let's reveal the 1 card left in this deck. It is a Maggia Goon. Okay. So the twist must be there's 1, there's 2, 3, 4. All the rest of them must be twists. Wow. Okay, luck of the draw, I suppose. Still not a ton. Not a ton of breathing room there. Okay, turn 13. Let's bring in... rather not bring in the Maggia Goons. I don't know what's in there. Let's bring in Scalp Hunter here, and he will capture a bystander from my victory pile. Let's give Scotland's Head so I can get some more KO power. And he gets +1 attack. He's at 5. Wow, I gotta get Nightcrawler out of there. I think I can this turn. Once again, we're gonna start with Party Thor's Rare, which will give me 7 attack when I recruit Nightcrawler's Rare, which I will. Let's load up as many worthy effects as I can get. Worthy Challenge is going to give me 2 attack, 3 more once I recruit Nightcrawler or somebody else. And I have to play Skids or Party Thor. I'd rather keep Skids around for that combo. So I'm going to play Party Thor, putting... what do I put on top? Swashbuckler? I almost could trigger it this turn, which is funny. I'll put Skids on top because... Wait, where's Party Thor? Where's that card? It's in my discard pile, so no, I'll put Swashbuckler on top, I think. No, I'll put the Trooper on top because I might want this 3 attack. Okay, with 8 recruit, I can pick up Along for the Ride, which is going to go to me for 7, which which is fantastic because now I can get 7 attack and 3 more attack on top of that, and I'm at 14. Now let's recalculate Zola. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. That's pretty good. That's exactly what he is. Let's hit him again for all 14 of mine. And we've got Dominate the Weak. The player of your choice gains a hero from the HQ that has less than 2 permanent attack. The only one is Bamf, so I'm going to have to take it. And I will gain it myself, which is fine. Replace itself. All right. I'm doing better than the last game already. I only have the final tactic and the final blow left. He is still at 14 attack. I'll play Swashbuckler for 3 attack. I recruited Nightcrawler's Rare, which gave me, what is he, 7? 7 attack from Word of the Lightning. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then, yeah, base from, right, 7. I had 12. I think, did I have Troopers I KO'd? If not, I would have played Nightcrawler anyway and have 3 attack. And without anything to do with, so I'm either at 1 or 3 attack if I made an error, but otherwise I'd still have enough to hit him. And that's it for the turn. I have one recruit to focus after all that. Only knowledge I don't have is this deck, so let's focus 1, and it's Vertigo. All right. And let's move on. Just 2 more hits. Easier said than done, though, even at 14. Let's bring in the Animal Trainer Bystander. It's going to power up Scalp Hunter here, but whatever. Whatever. We are going to do this anyway. Party Thor is going to put a Trooper on top, which I'm going to draw in a second. We're going to play Destructive Feast. 3 more recruit. Maybe some KOs. We're going to play Deep Freeze. We're going to try to draw a lot of cards. Draw a card, and I get +1 recruit for the 1 ranged card that I played. Then we're going to play Frostspike Armor for 3 more attack, and I get to draw 2 cards. All right, it's going to chain. Yes, this is what I was hoping for. Classic Iceman chain. So we're going to play Deep Freeze now. Draw a card. This is great, and I get 1, 2. Let me stack things this way so I can keep the strength together and the range together. And I get 1, 2 recruit for the 2 range heroes I played this turn. Now we're gonna play the Ice Wall for 7 attack, 2, 4, 6, 7. And now we can draw even more cards. Here's where Iceman really shines. 3 more attack. Hold on, let me go back down 3. Before I play this, double check. Yep, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's accurate. I can do some recruiting now. I'm about to reshuffle, which could really help me out. I don't have anything that'll make me worthy here anyway, so let's start with taking an Ice Slide first for 4. Okay. All right, only Sun. That's going to power up Zola, and it's going to help with the worthy stuff, so we'll take it later because I might get some more worthy effects in play. So now we're going to play the Frostspike Armor for 3, and we get to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 cards after a shuffle. So here we go. This could end up being real good for me. I did KO a lot of grays. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 rares were drawn, which is great. Here, okay, this is the turn I've been waiting for. Next, we'll play Worthy of the Lightning for 5 recruit. Lets me turn recruit into attack. When I recruit something smartly, I'm also gonna, I'll do this here. Yeah, I got all 3 rares in the same turn. That's great. So I'm gonna stack up my worthy effects over here, and then keep track of everything else. I don't really need to see the strength. I need to see how many range cards I got. Okay, so no more cards to draw though. That's fine. I'll play along for the ride. When I play or teleport this card, you may also teleport up to 3 other cards from your hand. I don't think I want to teleport anything. I think I might be able to finish this turn. Swashbuckler, 3 more attack. Asgardian Rager, 3 more attack. And I'll gain the wound on purpose. Hey, it's an enraging one as well. And I get 3 more attack. And I'll play my 2 troopers. 1, 2. Now I got 29 attack. But let's do a big recruit as well. We're gonna go pick up Only Son, which is going to cost 6. I take it for 6, which is going to give me 6 attack from Worthy of the Lightning. 2, 4, 6, and then top card of my deck is Bamf. I won't do that to Kurt. All right, I'm at 35 attack, which is plenty. So let's go ahead and hit Zola. Well, let me see. What am I at? 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Only at 14. Let's hit him for 14. All right, pet projects. Each other player reveals a Marauders from their victory pile of gains. When I reveal the Marauders, I'll avoid the wound. Okay. Let me subtract that attack. I don't think I did that. So I'm at 21. So let me get as much VP as I can get before I do the final blow here. Let's take out Chimera for 6. And I get the Comic Shopkeeper. What a change from last game. Top 3 cards of the hero deck. 1, 2, 3. Player trades gains one that costs 3 or less. I'll gain a Deep Freeze for no good reason. The rest go back, and I rescue him. Followed by 6 more attack. And I get to KO more cards. I'll KO a Shield Trooper, a Scott Lang's Head, and then I will make everything cheaper in the HQ, which doesn't really matter. Okay. Oh, I spent too much attack. Let's see. Well, everything's cheaper in the HQ. Let's see if I can reduce it. Otherwise, I just won't hit the last enemy. Yeah, I might have to actually leave him there. Yep, he stays out there. I don't have enough. I can't afford to defeat you this turn. Oops. And he had Scott Lang's Head too, right? It doesn't matter, except for the VP. I think that's what it was. Okay, yeah, I have to hit him one more time this way. Unless I subtracted too much, in which case, whatever. I don't care. Point is, finally beat Zola, and that is a victory, so I'll take it. 1 life left, that's a victory. Iceman to the rescue, big time. Okay, it was a fun game. Thanks for watching. Don't leave yet, because I'm gonna randomize a game 5 for the end of this stream. But let's finish the unfinished business for game 4. Here we go. Because I didn't win. So I'm pretty sure I unlocked Party Thor. And there it is. Hi, helicopter. Fade into the distance. I don't know why it's not showing up over that. This is very low priority. Okay, so back to what I was doing. I definitely unlocked. I took like 2 Nightcrawlers and a bunch of Iceman. So I unlocked Iceman. There we go. Iceman is unlocked, thank goodness. And my total VP, I don't know what that is. I gotta count that. So let's find out. And then we'll see what I'm gonna be up against for the latter half of this run, which is gonna be even scarier. Let's start with the Mastermind, which is, what's he, 6? So it's gonna be at 30 for all 5 cards. And 33. I have bystanders over here. Oh, I see what I did. 35, 37, 40, 43. And then bystanders. 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51 VP exactly. So back to the sheet. Total VP is 51. Okay, again, this run I'm doing without bonus levels, so here we go. straight to Battle 5. All right. I like the artwork on the group too. All right, are you ready to help me figure out what I'm gonna do here? So just checking out my roster. I've got Dazzler, Iceman, Kitty Pryde, and Party Thor. I really hope I get some support for Iceman. These are scaled, so these are battles 1 to 4 were the easier half of the masterminds in the game, including epics. These are the harder masterminds in the game. And schemes are luckily not, I'm not scaling those, so I have a bit of a break there. So which choices do I have for Battle 5 from this list? Okay, Epic Hybrid or Shikla the Demon Bride. And the schemes are Pull Earth into Medieval Times or Maximum Carnage. Very interesting. Let's take a look. Okay. So these are rated around the same difficulty. So here's why she's deceptively difficult. Reveal the top 3 cards of the villain deck, put all the scheme twists you revealed in the bottom of the villain deck. Or the top of the villain deck, put the rest in the bottom of the deck in random order. So she stacks the twists. Depending on the scheme, this could be important. And she does Fateful Resurrection. Now, Epic Hybrid. So while he's bought into a villain, you defeat him and rescue 3 bystanders instead of taking a tactic. He does 1 of his life foundation. The highest attack unbonded villain from the city and or escape house symbiote bonds with hybrid. If no new bonds would occur, each player gains a wound. This could be devastating with the villain group I randomize. But we'll see. Yeah, definitely hybrid and carnage is the theme, the thematic way to go. But check out the schemes real quick, just so we can do our due diligence here. So Chivalrous Duel is really tough with symbiote bonds. Imagine trying to take out bonded hybrid with Chivalrous Duel on those twists. Plus, if I use Shikla with this, she'll stack it so the twists happen earlier, which honestly isn't the worst thing in the world except for the escape thing. Yeah, if she stacks the twists, I'll just time out. Maximum Carnage, limited wounds. Stack the twist next to the scheme. If the streets were empty, put a bystander there as a possessed psychotic villain. If the streets were empty, each player gains a wound. Evil wins when there are 6 bystanders and the escape how the wound stack runs out. Oh, this is a tough one. This one, Maximum Carnage seems more manageable right now than Medieval Times. Although, in solo, Chivalrous Duel is easier to accomplish. But if I pick Epic Hybrid, he's going to hand out wounds. I'd rather not pick him with Maximum Carnage because it's a lot easier for those wounds to bond with him. This is a tough one. I'm leaning towards... Okay. I have to keep the streets clear with Maximum Carnage. But this is not a timer scheme. This one... Potentially, I could prevent the wound stack from running out. Only 6 wounds, though, is really tough. And 10 twists. There would have to be nothing else in the setup that can give me wounds or ways to block them. I need ways to block them, and I don't know what I'm going to get. All right, I'm kind of at a loss here. Anybody have an idea? Medieval Times at least would only twist out in the last twist. But that might, and I got 1 life left. What's my wound management? I don't. If I pick Iceman and he can block those wounds, if he can prevent those wounds with his rare, but that's really banking on the rare. Those bystanders won't stay in the streets long near end of the game. That's true. They would bond with hybrid. The highest attack unbonded villain from the city and escape pile of bond, but it's the highest attack, and they will ramp up. It's just a huge risk with those wounds, but Shikla's going to be tough no matter what. So, plus he won't have his group. I might get some villains that'll be nice to bond with. All right, I'm gonna take the risk, and I'm gonna go Epic Hybrid and Maximum Carnage. Ooh, I hope this is not a bad idea. It's triple checking. The scheme, just 6 wounds per player. All right. This might be the end of me, but we'll see. All right, let's see who he's leading and who he might end up bonding with. This could be very important because if he bonds with, I don't want to put that out there. Let's randomize it. In 3, 2, 1. And a half. Okay. All right. I have range support here. Phalanx is unfortunate, but Aspects of the Void. Remind me what they do. Aspects of the Void. They have wounds though. They have Wounded Fury. But they don't give me wounds. Okay, but he has Fight Feast. All right. They have bigger stuff to bond with, but at least they don't actually give wounds. But if he bonds with the Infinite Tendrils with Wounded Fury, that could be trouble. But I lucked out on not actually having those wounds. Phalanx are annoying, but look at my heroes. I got Black Panther, Wong, and Ghost Rider, which is great because here's what I can do. If I bring in Iceman, I hate to replace Black Panther, but look at all that support. Definitely want to keep Wong. Wong and Iceman are great together. Blazing Hellfire and Infernal Chains work with those colors. But I think Black Panther's better to keep. So, although, hold on. Marvel Knights, Ghost Rider and Wong work great together as Marvel Knights because it'll give Ghost Rider the next to recruit. I don't really care about KOing villains if I have to. And the rare is unfortunate, but it is what it is. And that's a common range, so that'll work well. I like Panther, but I'm not really playing with multicolored cards. The Rooftops Retreats defeat, though, works really nicely with this setup. However, I think somehow Ghost Rider's even better here. So I think what I'm going to do is this. Okay, I think Battle 5 is going to be Epic Hybrids Maximum Carnage. The 6 wounds in the wound deck. With Aspects of the Void, Phalanx, and Iceman, Wong, and Ghost Rider. All right. That's a tough one, and it's only Battle 5 out of 8. That could be the end of my run. Thank you for coming today. Join me next week when I play that exact setup for you. Again, it'll either mean the continuation of the run or the end of it, so don't miss it. It could be the finale. Just a reminder, I did put a message in the Discord about a test league I'm going to do to help test out a new potential scoring method that I'm working around with. So check that out if you're interested. Thank you for coming by, and I got a lot of dimensions to clean up here, so I will see you next time. You're very welcome. Thank you for coming, and you all take care.